everybody. We are excited for Sunday's game, Terry Hall Memorial Classic. We started this 3 years ago to honor Coach Hall, who really showed us what was possible here at Kentucky. Had great teams there in the early 80s and won a bunch of games here. And I always looked at that success that they had as a real great example of what could happen here when we were not what we are today. So really appreciate Coach Hall's contributions, and we're happy to have a game that honors her. So it's going to be a very tough game. Central Michigan's coming back this season after a very good season last year. NCAA tournament team. Their best player, Crystal Bradford, is a dynamic SEC type player, very, very athletic, very, very skilled, can make all the plays that you need made. And so she's a handful. They love to play up-tempo basketball. They scored 105 in their first game on the road. So they really look to push in transition. So might have some fireworks going off in Memorial on Sunday afternoon. And so it'll be a good game for everybody to come out and see. Be a tough test. We'll have to prepare well to win.
Just curious where you're at now. The season just started. Just putting the whole process in, how far you're along, what you got to do, that kind of thing.
Well, I think we're in a good spot. You know, right now what we're trying to talk to the team about is really practicing at a high level every single day. We depend so much on our entire roster. We depend so much on everybody that can play this season that we just, for purposes of timing and rhythm and cohesiveness, we really have to have a maximum effort from everybody in practice each and every day. And I think if we'll do that, we'll win a bunch of games this year. We'll have a chance to reach all of our goals. We'll have a chance to be a championship basketball team. But that is easier to talk about than it is to actually do. So we're just really focused on our practice habits right now. I think we've got a team that is can play great defense and can score a bunch of points. So we're in a great position of opportunity right now to be very, very good this year, and they're working at it. We just need to try to raise our level of practice habits each and every day.
26 assists, the most since you've been here. I guess you have to be pleased with that. I would have thought it actually would have been higher at some point too. I know that sounds crazy. 26 is a high number, but.
Well, it was a good day, and you know we've been working really hard offensively, trying to get to a spot where we can create good shots for each other. We're so athletic and so explosive, and we're able to get the ball into the paint, and I think that causes teams some problems. And so you see a lot of opportunities where you're able to draw the defense and then kick it to an open player. You're making two people guard one, and so that gives you a chance to give it to somebody else to score. So it was the best thing out of the game on Wednesday was that we did not play the scoreboard. We didn't play to the score. We tried to play at a real high level. We weren't perfect. There's certainly things that we can work on, but our effort was pretty doggone good. And so when you see a stat like 26 assists, it shows you they were trying to move the ball and trying to get things done correctly. So from that standpoint, we feel like we have a lot of ability to grow offensively, and we'll just keep working, as I said, in practice every day to get that done.
There's a difference to coach a team that kind of builds from the inside and goes out. I mean, it's a little bit of a departure, I would say, from what you've been in the past.
Well, you know, I think from a coach's standpoint, it's just comforting to have a lot of options offensively, and to have a team that so far has not been concerned at all with who's scoring or who gets the credit or who gets the basket. They really, you know, Bria Goss had 17 against Wagner, and I think she had 5 or 6 points against Georgia Southern, and you couldn't really tell anything different between her after each game. She just wants to win and help her teammates, and that's the kind of team that we have. And our inside presence is very formidable. You know, for so many years we played with basically 4 guards, and just the nature of how the team was constructed, you didn't have a lot of inside presence. That has definitely changed with this team. And if you don't guard us inside, you're probably gonna pay. So I think to compete at the highest level, you need a good inside presence. You need to be able to get to the paint and score. I just think against the really, really top teams, that's going to be important. So we're excited about that part of our team, and we just want to continue to develop it.
Who's Janae?
Janae is not showing any signs of, she was hit early in the Georgia Southern game in the eye, and she's shown no signs that that's going to slow her down. And although she turned the ball over some in practice today, so maybe her eye's not doing all that great, but I need to check on that. Thanks for reminding me about that. I'll double back and ask her what's going on.
3 games in, you have maybe a better handle on what you have in terms of personnel. I mean, with your not only freshmen, but maybe how players have taken steps forward since last season.
Yeah, I think the opening game against Marist in that kind of atmosphere gave you a greater indication of what you may have than if we'd opened up here at home and really, you know, put it to somebody. At least from my standpoint, you know, we're pretty clear on what we have, and it's a pretty proven bunch, except for Lene and Michaela. Everybody has at some point in their career shown us what they can do. So I do feel like I have a pretty good pulse on what we can be. We're not there yet, but 3 games in, I think this can be a good team. Again, I hate to belabor the point, but it's just a fact. It's going to come down. This season will be all about what kind of a relationship our players have with practice, and that will tell the whole story. And that is probably just mind-numbingly boring to talk about, but that's just a fact. That's the way it's going to be. If this bunch will just fall in love with practice, they will be an outstanding team. So we got to keep that going. It was very, very early.
Anything else, guys?
You can never tire of the fundamentals. I'm just telling you that right now. That's the message. You can never tire of it. You can't get bored with the fundamentals. You got to hang in there. Everybody, listen, let's get everybody out to the soccer stadium tonight. Our UK women's soccer team is going to beat Ohio State so bad. Everybody needs to be there to witness it. God bless you all. Have a good weekend. Thank you.